Hi guys, it's Shali,
And this is Cecil.
and we're here with another Let's Talk FFPE.
Let's talk FFPE.
Right, and today we are going to be covering drop abilities.
Yeah, so there are units and abilities that have abilities related with drop rates, and today we're just going to skim lightly on that, those kinds of abilities and equipment.
Right, so we're talking like Locke's Treasure Hunter and Zidane or Zidane, you know,
Yeah.
potato, Tantalus Thief, true.
Yeah. So these abilities aren't the easiest things to understand,
Right.
and we've been getting questions from the users, and in this video we will let you know what we can let you know about these abilities.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to Professor Dussel's infinite knowledge of FFPE.
Okay, so items that drop from the enemies are divided into two categories mainly, the common category and the rare category. And each category is actually affected by a different sort of ability. And in this section, we are just going to show you a list up of all these different abilities, and here it is.
Okay.
So these rate ups, they actually stack on top of each other. However, there is an upper limit. There is an upper limit. So usually, if you have two of such abilities that affect one type, either common or rare, you're probably at the limit. And on top of these abilities that are just on these units, there are actually some items that affect the drop rate as well.
Oh, okay.
And the items are these ones.
Okay.
So the pod is a event. Limited time exclusive.
Right.
But the Great Raven Escape is you can get it anytime. So.
Right.
And if you have either these abilities or even if you have these abilities or these equipment that affect the drop rate, the chance that an item will drop may not be 100%. We're not going to go up in detail, but it's going to affect the rates, but not bring it up to crazy amounts. You won't be getting 3 super crisps when you should only be getting 1, etc. But that being said, it definitely does affect the drop rates. So be sure to take these units and or equipment if you are going on a quest or those story missions, etc.
Okay, and probably the chambers as well, especially, you know, those crisps are very precious and very rare, and most of the time you have to do a lot of runs to get, you know, just the one that you need. So you'll have way better chances if you bring along some of these units with their passive abilities and these items as well.
So exactly what you said. Actually, we are not allowed to talk about what exactly are common items, what exactly are rare items, because the developers would rather that you find these out on yourself. We don't want to be an open book. And just to give you a few spoilers on what we can talk about. In the Chamber of Gems, the drop of giant crisps are actually rare,
Okay.
classified under rare. And in the Chamber of Awakenings, the awakening material that you for going from 5 to 6 stars, those are classified as rare as well.
Okay.
However, in the Chamber of Crystals, everything is classified as common. So if you're going to try go for those specific goodies, try to bring some of the above mentioned units and or equipment, and it's definitely going to affect how many laps you'll have to do in order to get what you get up to your goal.
Right. So it's very important to make sure that you're matching those types of units. So if you're going for those giant crisps and they're considered rare, don't bring Lock because Lock is for common items. Bring Zon instead with Master Thief, which is geared towards rare items, and then you'll see a difference in the drops, hopefully, because we know it's not the easiest item to drop from that chamber. But yeah, try to use the list that we have provided here, match it with the units that you have, so hopefully you can start getting that difference in drops.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was our talk about drop abilities. Again, it's very complicated, and that's one of the main reasons why we don't really dive super into like the math of it, because it's super confusing to begin with. But hopefully the list that we have given here today and the little hints that we dropped about certain dungeons and certain chambers will help you to get the materials or the items that you're looking forward to when you're going in there.
Yeah, and if you're farming for like these kinds of materials or items quite often, you might want to consider like devoting one party as your like looting party and have it fill it with characters like Zon, Loki, etc., etc.
Right. I mean, I think for those dungeons, usually the enemies are not extremely powerful, so you can bring a rather like low-level team and still be able to finish the dungeon. Just make sure that you are including, you know, the correct type of drop unit for that specific event. So if you're going to go farm for crystals, like Dassel said, those are common, you can get away with a Lock. Save yours on for when you're going for like Chamber of Gems and things like that. Yeah.
So obviously, we probably won't feel the need or have the leeway to include these units when taking on like trials or like bosses, since they don't like drop any like really valuable items as a drop anyways. Is the rewards come from the completion reward, etc.
The missions.
But these small steps will hopefully help you climb up the ladder of getting enough strength to challenge those bosses.
Yes, I mean, any little helps, and when you get comfortable and you think that you have enough materials to like evolve your units or enough to like enhance, and then you go check and you realize that you're like actually quite short, then these are the strategies that you need to know in order to go farm for just exactly what you need, because you're also spending energy and resources trying to farm all of those items. And if you don't have to spend more than you have to, then don't, right? Use this knowledge and hopefully it helps you to get to your goal much faster than before. Right? Okay.
All right.
That does it for us?
That does it for this list talk. And next time we hope to get back to you with even more valuable knowledge about this game.
So we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.